Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. What I do for you today? We take it to the book. We about to have some fun. Let's go. Writers in 25 years live by. Storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. You got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on. It's to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. In the words of Malcolm, by any means necessary. I got everything at my disposal, and I'm using them all. Trust me, to do what I do, for you. Right thinking is way of life, and that's what it is for me. Through mental and spiritual discipline, daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers do just that. So I have to give you all the stuff that you need to make that happen for you. That's why I say I do what I do for you. I got you. Stay tuned. Let's go. Know thyself is the question I ask. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that, and you'll be fine. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do. What I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes or think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinking, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. We've been studying the Arnuian theology out of the book Tree of Life. Yeah, I got a bunch of books sitting right here, so I keep them close by because I like to use them as teaching tools. Today I'm going into the Arnuian religion to break down what we call the Duat. Right thinkers, let's talk about what is the Duat. It's spelled D-U-A-T, but the D is the T sound, so it's really the 2-watt. Okay, another lesson, but work with me, trust me. Now, what is the Duat? We pronounce it with the D. It's really the 2-watt. It is what? The abode of God and goddesses, the spirit and the souls. What the what? Modern times, heaven. Okay, simple, but I got the information for you right here from the book. I can give it to you my way, but sometimes I like to use the book. So let's go. The Duat. The ancient Egyptian concept of creation includes three realms. There are the Ta, which is the earth, which is where we are now, the lowest level, earth. You got the Pet, which is what we call heaven, the next level. Then you got the Duat, whereas we call the netherworld or Amenta. What is that? The Duat is the abode of the god and goddesses, spirits, and soul, where they go to dwell for the rest of their time. The spirit, God gives the spirit to everything on and don't lose nothing. So when the spirit is enlightened, it go back to the maker conceptually. So this is the idea. So let's go. Now, it is the realm. What's the do I? It is the realm with those who are, watch this. Listen, here's a good lesson. It's the realm with those who are evil or unrighteous. It's a bunch of them. Got a place for them. Watch. Are punished. But it is also where what? The righteous live in happiness. How you gonna have to? Yeah, that's the concept. Again, they had this concept that even when the physical body died, the spirit that's in it got a choice to either go here or there or reincarnate. So that's the concept. Now, it is what? The other world. Remember, three levels, three realms. Conceptually, mentally, okay, spiritually. Here we go. It's the other world, the spirit realm. The Duat is also known as a mentor. Oh, I'm good at this thing. And since it's the realm of what? Amen. And the female aspect of Amen is female with the T females, okay? Amun, the Duat is what? The realm of Ra, as symbolized by what? The sun. Transverses after reaching the western horizon. In other words, the movement of Ra between what? Sunset and sunrise. What happens during that time? In essence, at night. Some people, watch this, thought that the Duat was under the earth, since they saw Ra going into the west, downward around the earth, and emerging in the east. It was said, Nuke covers the world, heaven, female. She has a hole down here in the vagina and a hole in the mouth. She sits in the west. Her face, when she sucks Ra in, when he go down in the west, she sucks him in. She goes to her body, through him, and comes out in the east in the morning. So he rises in the east, sets in the west. That's the concept that they had. Okay? Another lesson. However, watch this. This interpretation is the understanding of what the uninitiated masses, those who don't know that, they thought, oh, the sun going down and going to be over. Yeah, see? But that's why knowledge and education will get you to know and understand God. It ain't just about believing in God. We got a system for 2,000 years now based on belief. How it's working out. I'm just saying, I don't do the belief thing, that's why. Now, here you go, my favorite. The esoteric wisdom. What is that? The hidden meaning of something that's being presented to you. The Duat, I'm explaining it to you, break it down to you, so you have a better understanding of the Duat, not just believe and know, get understanding. That's all. And if you want furthermore, you can go Google it right now. We're in the information age. Anything that I tell you, please Google it and get more information. Do your due diligence. I'm just giving you the surface. I'm just giving you a little bit to start you off. And if you're hungry and you're craving, you'll put the work in to get more. That's the concept. As a teacher, I want my students to crave what? More knowledge. Aspire to what? To be better. So I'm trying to give you things that's going to help you do just that. Now, let's talk about the esoteric wisdom about the Duat. What is that? It is the realm of what? Unconscious human mind. And at the same time, it's the realm of what? Cosmic consciousness, or what? The mind of God. Being God conscious. Living spiritual discipline. Gaining, obtaining, and using spiritual truths to govern your life, principles, Maya. All those things are things that you can actually put into play and see how it works, because it does. Both the physical universe, watch this, and the astral plane, the Duat, are parts of that cosmic consciousness. It's a state of mind. I'm explaining to you, when you become conscious of your higher self, when the heart and mind together, when the body ceases to exist, you go to that place where the spirits dwell. And if you are conscious of who you are, you're in the right place. If your head is not conscious with the spirit, connected to the spirit, when it goes, it can't go home. Why? It don't know who it is. You can't go home not knowing that self. That's the concept. So watch this. The Duat represents creation itself. Everything came from nothing, and something happened and started. The Big Bang, whatever you all say. But yeah, but we look at it a little different. And as such is what? It is composed of 7 sections known as the Arits, Arits. Or what's this? You ready for this one? Mansions. So we think it was 7 mansions in the Duat consistently. Didn't Jesus say, my father's house have mansion, many rooms? The concept. He understood the concept. He didn't create it. He didn't make it. He understood it. So that what? They may be thought of as rooms within rooms, or dimensions within dimensions, or planes of existence within successfully higher planes of existence. That means it's all mental. When we say next plane, that means you got to understand it's another level outside this physical world. Sorry. These 7 sections relate to what? The 7 Hathars, the cows who what? which he sired, which was sired by Osiris. When you hear the word Osiris, that means he got his hands in it. When you see a song, you know it's ours. So just a little tidbit for those when you're writing, depending on who you're studying, who you're following, look at the names. I'm giving you the original names. Try to keep it like that, but John, they put them in there, so we understand that. Okay, here you go. So the 7 cows who sired by sired, I mean, you know what sired mean, right? He got 7 of them in the form of what? Apis the bull of Amenti. Again, it's all that realm of spiritual and mental concepts, consciousness, being able to conceive and understand. This is a mythological story that you can follow along and get understanding and gain knowledge of it. That's the story, that's the purpose. And watch this. As the Apis bull of Amenti, and watch this, in masonry, 7 degrees, 7 colors. We know the 7, okay? So that's where it pretty much comes from. 7 chakras. Here we go, man. If I just let the cat out the bag, I hate when I do that. The 7 bulls of Amenta, watch this. They related to what? The 7 energy centers, or we know them as life force energy. It is necessary to what? Pass through all of these levels in order to what? Reach the supreme abode. I guess heaven or Amenta for us. But it's some things you had to go through. It's a process. And for those ignorant people, they ain't even in the game. Watch this. Now, for this to be possible, you, the initiate, must possess, listen, certain special knowledge about what? The passageways where you're going. Why? Because each passageway is guarded by a gatekeeper. Now, when Ra go into the underworld to do what? He got to scuffle and fight with Apophis, who runs the underworld, and he want everything to stay the same. So it's an ongoing battle. But long story short, at each gate is 12 gates, 12 hours. Each hour he go to a different place. He's visiting all the places he needs to see, so to speak. And if you go to that passage door, and some of us know who that is, and they open the door, and you get the wrong password, they come to the door, they got knives in their hand. So be prepared. That's the concept. So when you see, I got some stuff. I'm gonna show you. If I had that PowerPoint, boy, I'd be a bad man working for that. Still talking. But the gatekeepers, watch this. They call heralds, and watch this. What they gonna do? They're gonna ask you the initiate questions, and if answered incorrectly, you know what happened. But if answered correctly, they were announced and the new arrival as a new arrival, and you were allowed passage. The special knowledge consists of what? Spiritual wisdom gained where? From the studying from a spiritual scripts or advisor, blended with what? Daily meditative experiences. The second is, the second and third levels of religious practice. These are things you're supposed to do if you follow religion. You're supposed to hear the myth, study, reflect on it, and meditate on it, and implement it. That's how you reach that next level of what they call the mystical experience, that God experience that you're only going to get if you put the work in. Kundalini only activates when what? You live righteous. So it's all based on what you do. Understand that? Here you go. It asks you the question. Watch this. That special knowledge consists of that, the third, second. Those special knowledge come from the second and third levels of religious practice. If you practice religion the right way, you will reach that level. Watch this. But of course, your spiritual studies and meditative experiences are only possible when life is lived what? According to virtuous principles, aka Maya. It's always been a concept of our ancients that Maya was the philosophy that they lived by. Moving on. There's a special realm within the Duat. What's that? This is the abode of who? Osiris, as well as what? As the ultimate destination, listen, of those who become what? Spiritually enlightened, to know themselves. It is the realm of what? Supreme peace, aka Hotep. I spell it H-E-T-E-P. Most people spell it H-O. I use the T because I understand. And watch this. It is known as Seket Aru. Seket, Sekhet dash A-double-A-R-U. Aru. Okay, excuse me. Or in other times, how about this? Excuse me. Oh, this is about to get good. I'm about to have my fun. The word Jed, excuse me. Amen Jed. That's Amen Ra. Okay, the spirit. And Jed is the backbone of Osiris. But watch this. As Amen Jed is a reference which unites the symbolism, understand, of who? Osiris with that of who? Amun, the one we say after every prayer, Amen. Because the Jed spelled D-J-E-D, and it has a pillar like a pillar. Okay, that's the spine of Osiris. It refers to what? The Jed or the Jed pillar. Jedi, what's this? Of Osiris. The Jed symbolizes what? The awakening of the human soul, which is well what? Established. Established means you have knowledge. Established means you're confirmed in your commitment to God. I ain't just blowing smoke about God. I'm established. I'm steadfast in what I know about God. I tell you, a team of wild motherfuckers could have pulled me from God. Excuse me for that, but yeah, that's how I feel that strong about that. So I'm fully understanding about when you're established in what you know, not what you believe. When you establish in what? Knowledge of what? Self. Sorry, I'm getting a little. Calm down, calm down. Relax. Now you got Jedu. D-J-E-D-U. Sound familiar? Jedi, Jedu. But the concept is what George Lucas took. The force, using nature as an ally for you to do what you need to do in life. That's the same concept that we teach. It's spiritual. That force is the spirit with knowledge. The Jed symbolizes what? The awakened human soul, which is well established in the knowledge of self. Again, Jedu refers to what? The abode of Osiris. That's where Osiris resides, in Jedu. This is what, following the line from the Egyptian book, excuse me, is from the following line from the Egyptian book of Coming Forth by Day. Chapter 1, verse 13 and 15 is referring to, watch this. It says, Nu Jedi, Si Jedi, U Am A M Jedu, Mese A Deju. What that means. I'm about to break it down in English for you. That was just some of my little Egyptian vernacular. Okay. It says, I am steadfast, son of steadfast, conceived and born in the region of steadfastness. Meaning I'm committed, I'm alive, understand who and what I'm doing. I know myself. Okay. The special realm, watch this. This special realm is what? Is shrouded in what? The deepest, darkest, and it is untouched by the myriad of cries, dismemberment, and the sufferings of who? The unrighteous souls, who you get to hear them, the enemies of Ra. You either with Ra or you against Ra, which is God. Okay? You either with ego, means you with yourself. You with Ra, you rolling with Haru. That's the high part of you. As well, watch this now, as well as the cries of the happiness of the righteous souls who are what? Experienced heavenly or a pleasurable condition according to what? Their good deeds were in the past life. Again, I tell you, it ain't what you believe, it ain't what you say. It's always in the deeds. That's what's recognized by your higher self. Please understand that. I'm trying to make it as clear as I could. It ain't what you say. It ain't what you think. It is not how you feel. It's what you do that signifies you. Moving on. This part, watch this now. This part of the Duat is composed of 7 arits. Again, that's that word again, or halls. It transcends what? Time and space. I mean, it's not in this realm, it's in the next realm, the mental realm, okay? As well as the mind and thoughts. Again, I'm trying to get you to understand it's all between the ears. Now, it is absolute existence. The spirit is absolute. It don't change. It don't waver like Maya's feather. You see it, it's always like this. It's ceaseless. It's not going to change like the truth and gold. It don't tarnish. It don't change. It is what it is. Live it. Use it. Implement it. Why? It don't change. It still works the same way it do today. It worked 10,000 years ago. If you simple. Okay. Now in this special realm, again, we're in the special realm. There, watch this. There is no growth of any kind. That substantiates my concept. I told you there ain't no sex in heaven. Okay. Ain't even no growth in heaven. Watch this. There is nothing. Wait a minute. There is no birth. In order to have birth, you got to have sex. Two opposite things going on to create the third. So we know there's no growth of any kind. There's no birth. There is what? No death and no passage of time. It's just eternity. It's just there. It's just there. Waiting for those who are going to come and partake. It's just going to be there. Before everything started, that's what we was. So we come through life, come back to go back there again. All the unlightened souls, spirits, stay here in hell. That's heaven, conceptually. Watch this. Now, what this means? This is the meaning of the following heka. Heka means words of power, utterance. You speak stuff into existence. Remember, ta, pronounce itself into existence. Ta, bam. That's words of power. When we speak, we're speaking into existence stuff that we want. They tell you that. Now, watch this. The Egyptian book of Coming Forth by Day, chapter 125, verse 1 to 17. This is what it says. The Osiris, the scribe Ani, the initiate, whose word is truth, saith what? I have come into thee. I have drawn close to you in what? Order to experience the beauties. My hands are extended in adoration. Masons, this ain't the sign of astonishment. It's the Duat, sign of adoration of thy name. Of who? Maya, my girl. And she represents truth. And it says, I have come in truth, peace, and respect, and in truth. I have drawn myself to the place where the what? Cedar tree exists not. There's no plants. Where the acacia tree does not put forth shoots, nothing growing. And where the ground neither produces grass nor herbs. What the what? Yeah. It's no physicals there. It's all spiritual and mental hanging out for eternity. That's God. Now I what? I have entered into the place of what? Hidden things. And I hold converse with who? Listen to this. The God set. The ego. When you control the ego, he goes with you. hmm But he can't cause mischief and do nothing. Why? Because he's under your control. You hear him say, I converse with the God set. Osiris, the scribe Ani, has what? Has entered into the house of what? Osiris, aka heaven, Father's house, big house, what you want to call it. And he has what? Seen what? Listen, the hidden and secret things with which are therein his self. Set the ego, so the I keep telling you, when you say I, me, that's by self. When you say I am, that I am, or you exercise the am, you bringing God into the mix. When you do you by yourself, that's what that means. So understand that. And watch this. Now that which is the place where nothing grows is the place of what? Absolute stillness. Just there. Just there. Okay? And that's where everybody want to be. We ain't got to do nothing. Yeah. But it's all conceptual. And only way you get there is some things you do while you're here. Okay. It is watch this, a region that is devoid of what? Forms or mental concepts of any kind. It is the primeval or celestial waters from which what? Creation originally arises. It is the place which is what? Hidden from that which is in motion. The relative reality in which we all believe in, seeing going on right now, it's another level. This is hell. This is the lowest one. Therefore, watch this. It is what? Hidden to who? Those whose minds are in constant motion due to what? Their desires, their cravings, their emotional attachment, greed, jealousy, etc. Yeah, egoistic tendencies. That which is relative or temporary emanates out of what? Out of that which is absolute and eternal. Again, we talk about the spirit. The relative reality, watch this, emanates from this hidden place of stillness. Christians, see, y'all get some good stuff in the Bible. Y'all don't really get it, but I know the stuff that's good. What do God say when He wants your attention? Still yourself and what? Know that I am God. Why do you think He said that? Because if you all over the place, you ain't focused on him. That's why every day I meditate. Why? To give him his time so we can have our personal time so he can download what I need to understand and get from him. Let your conscience be your God. If you are spiritual, my pastor said all the time, God downloads information to him. I got no problem with that at all. I understand the philosophy. I understand the concept. Why? I got the same thing. So again, we serving same God, different ways, but understanding the same thing. Okay, moving on. It is, watch this. It is to this place of stillness where one must go and what? And have communion with God. Boy, boy, boy. I hope you understand this because I'm really putting it down. I think I am. I hope you're getting it the way I'm trying to give it to you. To have communion with God means you meditate. That's the only way you can commune with God. Still yourself. He tells you that. He tells you in whatever form, don't care. In order to him to get your attention, you need to be still. That's why I meditate. When you're praying, you're talking to him, you're giving or you're saying, but that ain't communion. That's you giving a one-way conversation. It's when you let him commune to you, that's communion with I self, aka God. And when this occurs, that which is hidden is now what? Revealed. How could you know something that you didn't know until you raise your conscious level? There's a whole lot of information that you have that you don't even know you have. So unless you raise like the elevator, if you never went to the penthouse, you know it's up there, but you never been there. That's what it's like. Okay. So mentally and physically, you got to put them together. You can think about the penthouse, but go up there and see what it's about. Okay, moving on. Let me wrap this up. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you, Tyler. I ain't watching that clock. I'm watching, but I ain't watching. All right, I'm about to wrap this up. Again, I hope you're getting the lesson. This is a good one, I think. Now, this deepest understanding is the most dark realm of the Duat, is Osiris. Watch this, himself. And this is why Osiris is referred to what? As the Lord of the perfect black, nothingness, and is often depicted as what? Being black or green for vegetation and agricultural purposes, but green or greenish hue. It is also why what? Newt, Isis, and Hathor are all described as black-skinned. They are emanations from what? That realm of the blackness, which is described as the void or even more known as nothingness. What the hell is nothingness? Watch this. Now, in the hieroglyphic papyrus entitled The Laments of Isis and Nefertiti, because when Set killed Osiris, they went berserk. Okay, that's another lesson. But yeah, and this notion, watch this, of nothingness is akin to who? The Buddhist notion of Shunya, Shunya, or the void, which refers to, watch this, the area of what? Consciousness, which is devoid of mental concepts and thoughts. The highest level ever. Uncomprehensible is what God really is. So we make things so we can understand it. So man can comprehend and know God in that way. When there is, watch this, when there is no thoughts or forms in the mind, what that mean? That means it's calm, expansive, and it's peaceful. When you're breathing, the mind functions better when the heart is at rest. Uh, Hyperventilating, too much oxygen going to the brain, you get lightheaded. That's not good. So you got to keep the breathing so the brain can operate. It functions better. Why? It's connected to the heart. And when the heart gets agitated, the brain gets agitated too. They function as one. When you do that, you understand. Watch this. So now when there are thoughts in the mind, watch this. The mental awareness is narrow and defined in terms of what? Concepts. Breaking it down. If the mind is confined to these concepts and narrows the forms of them, then it is confined to that which is what? Limited and temporal, understanding mortality. Watch this. Now, if it eradicates what is earthly and worldly sexual desires of the ego and the cravings and illusions, watch this, then it becomes what? Aware of its innermost reality, and it realizes its connection to the entire cosmos, knowing that you and God becoming one. Now you get the understanding. Let's go. I'm wrapping it home, taking it home, wrapping it up. Thus, the teachings of the Duat, Amen Jed, Rasta, etc. What happens? It gives what? Insight into what? The nature of the human mind. Knowing thyself, it is the description of what? The mental landscape. It deem what? The landscapes is demons, everything that leads to what? Ignorance and mental agitation. Again, if you ain't at ease and calm, it's hard to think right. Okay? And watch this. And gods and goddesses who represents the positive thoughts, here you go, feelings, and the way to discover the abode of the innermost self, everything that leads to what? Peace, harmony, and wisdom. Therefore, the task of a spiritual aspirant, aka right thinker, is what? Is to eradicate the concepts, the agitation, the sexual desires, and the sexual cravings that's in the mind, and to what? Discover what? The hidden esoteric meaning, the innermost reality, which is what? Hotep, Bam, aka supreme peace, eternal and pure, my favorite word, from what? Any from an inscription in the temple of Dandra in Egypt, it says what? From the higher level of understanding, the Duat is what? The unconscious mind, and is Osiris is that level which what transcends the thinking process. Its deepest region is what? It is that level of consciousness that has been experienced during sleep, deep dreamless state of sleep. Therefore, it is what is hidden. It's the hidden aspect of the human heart. And thus, watch this, it is also known as Amen. That's who you come from. That's where you want to go back to. I tell you, he alone, the spirit is on alone. Take it back to him by waking up, knowing thyself, and doing what you need to do. I hope the lesson was enjoyable. I enjoy giving it to you. I'm out.